Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today we are going to do a Southern States classic. We're going to make Cajun Jambalaya. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, me oh my oh, on the bio. Amit Sharma requested this but didn't specify whether they wanted the Cajun version or the Creole version. So I'm going to do the Cajun version, and if you don't know what the difference is, the Creole version is around New Orleans and it's red because it's got tomatoes in it and some other differences. But the Cajun one is more brown and quite dry. It's not like soup. So that's what we're doing. People who live down that way will complain like hell that it's not authentic, but I'm doing my best, so be gentle. Okay, if you enjoy this video, the usual, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Cajun Jambalaya. Okay, ingredients for jambalaya. I've got 4 chicken thighs, bone in, skin on. You might prefer boneless, skinless, but I think you get a lot more flavour doing it this way. Cured smoked pork sausage. We'll come back to that. A tablespoon of oil, a medium onion, a stick of celery, a bell pepper, red or green. I prefer the flavour of red, it's sweeter. I think green is quite bitter. 170 grams of white rice, about ½ litre of chicken stock, a teaspoon of salt, and all these herby, spicy goodies. Let's just run through those. So I've got 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 bay leaves, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a teaspoon each of thyme and oregano. So the sausage that would be authentically used is andouille, which we just can't get here. I mean, I think you can if you buy it online, but I'm not that organised and it's quite expensive that way. So what I've got is a Polish, I'll say kielbasa, but kielbasa just means sausage. This particular one is from Krakow and the skin is inedible, so I'll have to peel that off and cut it into chunks. I have seen recipes that suggest chorizo as an alternative, and I think that's pretty much completely wrong. The flavour and the colour are just really not what we're after. Now, this combination of vegetables, the bell pepper, celery and onion, is known as the Holy Trinity. So it's kind of similar to the mirepoix used in French cooking, but that has carrot instead of the pepper. So we need to chop all these quite finely, not massively finely, but like this. And if you happen to be a nerdy chef type, I know it's a fish board, but it's a great contrast with the red pepper, so that's why I'm using it. Yeah. Okay, that's the bell pepper, chopped into bits. Now we'll do the celery. A lot of people, by the way, are allergic to celery, so it's best to check with them before you try and feed them with it. Actually, that doesn't look like quite enough celery, so I've got another bit, and I'll chop that as well. Now the onion, and that's the onion, just 1½ of those onions there. Also, I need to peel the skin off this and chop it into chunks. This is quite a large diameter sausage, so I'm going to cut it in half so that my chunks aren't too big. Need to season the chicken. Salt and pepper. Both sides. Okay, wash everything that's been in contact with the chicken. Now we'll start cooking the jambalaya. So you want a cast iron Dutch oven or a casserole dish, some kind of pot. Pour in some oil. And when that's hot, we want to put the chicken in and get a nice hard sear all over. That's fairly well done on one side. Let's turn them over. Now we'll add the sausage chunks and get those coated all over. and just let them carry on cooking till they're nicely charred. And what we want is what they call a fond, or the French call a fond, which is a kind of crust of burnt crunchy bits basically on the bottom of the pan. You really want that because that's the best bit. So I've taken the chicken out to make some more room for the sausage. I'm going to take the sausage out and add in the Holy Trinity. Give them a good stir, get them all coated, and we'll let those cook for about 5 minutes. I've minced the garlic and I'll pop that in. I'll add all the spices and herbs, except the bay leaves. Give that a good stir. Don't forget, a teaspoon of salt and the rice. Stir that, get all of the rice grains coated. Now add the chicken stock and the bay leaves, and put the chicken and sausage back in. And we'll bring that to the boil and then finish it off. Finish it off means basically put it on a low heat source, covered, until it's cooked, which basically means until all the liquid is absorbed by the rice. And that might take half an hour, might take an hour. And normally when, you know, we were rich and didn't worry about using energy so much, you'd slam it in a low oven for that time. I'm still not sure what's the most economical way to do this. I'm just going to put it on the smallest burner on the lowest, you know, as low as it'll go, and see how it's doing after 30 minutes. Don't forget, put the lid on. Right, so after 30 minutes the jambalaya is cooked, and I'm just going to cut this spring onion a little bit, just as a kind of garnish really, and I don't know why I had 2 before, because I don't need that much. Now it's quite common for jambalaya to feature shrimps, which in Britain shrimps are like little tiny prawny things, but in America they're much bigger. They're what we would probably call king prawns or langoustines, so things like that. The point is, if you're using those, stick them in now and let them sit there in the residual heat for 15 minutes or so. Let's fish out the bay leaves and put in the spring onions, because I'm going to take this photo now, and I'm not going to plate it. I'm taking photo of it in the thing. And now it's taste test time with me. Sorry. So let's have a go. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Chunk of sausage. Yep, really nice, really smoky and meaty. A bit of chicken. Very nice. Well, you know, I think I could just stand here all day and eat all of this, and you know, I think that now. I know in reality I won't, but that's marvellous, really nice. And the cayenne, it's there in the background, it's giving, you know, well, a fair amount of warmth, shall we say. Not blazing heat, you know I don't like too much heat, but I do like this, it's fantastic. I don't know why I've never made this before, but now I know what it is, what it's like. It's very easy and really seriously tasty, and I will do it again. So, there you go, jambalaya. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.